Mr. Sonko, I'll number as up mas no saying.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, okay. Good luck.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Mbadi ngambe nodu ani ngambe kanantelu milube benyeng video jube kam ani milbe na video balu be kontona al tolu na al konton di mala al nalu bade malam alla broda comrade Yahya Sonko nyume berni ko be safitre jamane banko kan benyin tembo bina UDP gas chapter la PRO narna jambi UDP TV and media la platform auto kana comme last week nga introduce ala nyami ning abata alabala inshallah rabbi loku be kacha sambala le nanya ga for me for youth dialogue last week nga fo nyami drong this youth dialogues when we talk about youth the Gambia funding regardless if a political party jamaleto regardless if a religion jamaleto regardless if a sapatri Gambia fana or regardless if a dunia fana or fana. So of course the platform and we as individuals we are UDP members and the platform on UDP platform is a political platform. But ni nata funding ke la Carola, ni ko funding ke ni ko youth you are talking about the country as a whole. So and then we all know like the same saying goes funding ke wala mo banku la samati. So andung ndola party from as a political party akabing ala executive wala nyato ko ningi inata funding ke la Carola they don't look at anything they have no boundaries so na funding ke lu bi metembo mina bi nakacha be na UDP funding ke nyato do waran sa fa Gambia funding ke la nyato ko do mbe wala soto la jabbi ngam fa introduce already so mben na luntam babu dala I am introduce kemo you are welcome
abaraga ya amalom fe kam moy leba
be moy kan
dolla netu okay dolla netu go man dala correct mbake ni lungo ko non ga Gambia la problem on
I can imagine
mbamo be tendula mbamo be jayla ko ya fu nyame ndalom ke mo boja mbata bakawol.
Very good. Kemo, thank you very much for joining us today.
Hello?
Hello,
okay, all right. Mu bakaw dinwalti. Mu funding kel defana me along ko mba political Carola. So mu councilority with KMC, mu advisor defana me ben sudala advisor, and also fana mu UDP la National Youth Secretary General. So basically nin kemo bojanti banalo ninka cha dunta kono ton bakudul fana abaraka bake.
Exactly. Kemo, thank you very, very much for that wonderful introduction. Yeah, fete nyami. Kemo mu funding kel timi alonko funding kel nyatum ko madi funding kel dunia molu dunia le bo nyama kafu fo nyatum ko itrala banko nyatum ko le sot kafo nyatum ko le sot politiko nyatum ko le sot funding kel fanan na funding ke akono fo politiko la Carola bang fo funding ke afo as a whole in the Gambia fo nga nyatum ko sot. So Kemo will kono nyaton ka kilenari. Alhamdulillah. So Kemo, thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Kemo ila introduction of kono yata ndiko imu UI advisor to Mayor Talib Ahmed Bensouda min fana yalan ko fana fondike doldi fondike kono fondike nyaton ko la min amurta kata KMC la mayor ti. So ila advice position to Talib Bensouda regarding youth. Eka advice mo kusi fala nanat fondike la karol.
Tolu ndaka advisement of Willem. Let me but not that from the beginning.
Thank you.
Niari like KMC tolu funding ke council because ni ajibe hanin of council kono UDP council wo party dol funding ke la siata din. Ala nata fanamu the youngest mayor in the country. Gambian ne mayor meso he's the youngest. Mfana nata ke council ti mi anko Gambia kono ndela fanamu dinno ti be kono. So one other team ko very formidable team and internate team and doing koto relationship lesoto. So I'm going to mona la boss but
sorry before you go ahead they are saying that you should rotate your camera.
Amen keda because mbana funo charge can fananyola because mala
sorry. Okay.
So, yeah, but let me try and see because
it's good like that. You are good now.
Yeah, but I would like a mirror, but let me see. Okay, so Msakata Jan follow. So there's nothing is a restriction between us. So where na do ko so ne ata and unka advisement na wale control force
ya fa abula wanyama ya kalian de wanyama
ke mo ngame isa abula no wanyama le no isa abula no wanyama then we go ahead for near charging this
ya mbatu na murundi aba no nyame na mera wala fisiata ya
exactly people will understand our followers will understand.
Yeah, so ndola force line of action movement the well can make sure ko Kanifi Municipal Council are accessible to the young people. Well ko funding kele along ko council obije le and on council balorinje pour funding kele. Katunia Gambia la population of GB area realize ko 64% of the whole country will be funding kele. What ko ku me kala anyanta line la or policy member lola wala tamande silo anyanta lola funding kele la bulona. So ntolla force objective morality can make sure ko KMC as a council is accessible and open to all young people. Nimbota wala fadan the other point is ko can make sure ko fadan ko na opportunity mel soto. But intel advising advisement more is on policy issues and nimba cool kele nyame pour funding kele ko eta nyato. So basically intel do ko na te abol nyama council fananka si funding kele je as a youth councilor walen ko ku me ata council me ko funding kele ko wala inte ka lo je le pour ka je go funding kele council kana nyinela anim fananko makoko kele funding kele benefit. For example, sign na that like council contribution or share on my official page. Just the last council sitting. Then nata kafuko nimbal waso jibe lansa jibe me an kata funding kel batandila katum business la jama sign ibe mu funding kel le bari fanan ikake startups lati. Startup women the mela ko la that design wala mela lon ko sign e dunta business o kono. So that being the case the kalo le ka foko ha bari nin kuba kala luwaso ja danya ga soniale what is 1 2 ning akada ko bitik tang ne badila nyanta make sure la ko bitik fula wala saba be badila funding kella what is different from funding ke dol bina men try la ka o taw fana kono soto ala nada ken na la kunda bitikol kabrimba di kam fana nada slots soto je me alon ko 10 slots me alon ko it was very was exclusively pour funding kello so ala nata mako o fanan beta so one mu just examples that the melia lonko na do ko ka muka concentrate wala ka.
Very good, Kemo. Nimu kulere Kemo ya explain te nyamin Kemo la lobunda la funding kel karona na KMC. Ngamira wo senya baba badra so for KMC funding kelu mo let me along ko ning isulata fenna o iabira ko Kemo se ma ko fenna they can of course reach out to Kemo kaje ko ina e call share Kemo but of course I understand KMC mo tumpung clinic Gambia kono region clinic Gambia kono bari funding ke la karoning ko funding ke lu it is definitely wide. We are talking about the whole country. So nyimben dundila UDP la fanna no domandin doro andung ngalonko UDP e fanange fenke jamale soto tunku jamale soto nana da funding ke la karon ngaje ko wara na moy saferulto jerolto videolto party executive fana na karola nga nyilonko UDP youth wing soto and ngamira fanang youth, is it UDP and student wing? Are they different or they are the same? Can you tell us something about this UDP la Carolina to youths?
Political party funding kelle kalu. Ni ajibe for UDP. Bi intolakan na kebal nga family alfal ning kebal. In 1996, kabri UDP balola wol munum funding kelle. So youths play a very crucial role in any political party in the Gambia, but because I'll focus on the United Democratic Party. UDP is an outstanding one. Because UDP is one of the parties they have a functional youth wing. A functional youth wing, general secretariat, youth president, both male and female. Even at the national executive position, 8 slots ka open la mialanko funding kella doron nyanta sila woto. Nta dabo wala kono ani mo koto ni mo koteng because automatically the executive of the youth wing automatically you have a seat at the national executive where the party decisions are made. Where moneta ni walanko youth funding kella la bamandele. Going for the youth wing fanankono, we have other bodies they are all answerable to the youth wing. The student, you have the under 20, you have the human rights and in democracy group, you have the other the task force group Melba Latrikundas, Sabiji, and other groups will be under the youth wing. So you'll be affiliated groups that they are under the control and under the domain of the youth wing. And alanata mako na kebal fana so freedom ning independence la for and autonomy kurum fanankan na program ke fanankan na kudolke wala na niaji for this year we have come up with projects like the national face mask drive. We have other come up projects fananko the hand stations. UDP was the first political party card hand station all put in the markets in the ferry terminal in Blood. Youth wing la do quality. The other thing for national farms also this year, UDP youth wing le be coma, be it in Woodley, be it in I think we have another one in Sotuba, be it in Badibu and Jara and other places. You'll be able to na youth wing le lota kuna through the support of the party put kajako na nyun quality. Why mentally youth in the United Democratic Party hold a very important position. Because they are the drivers. Because Ntoka political party give it as a mechanism, but mechanism it needs lubrication and it needs other parts. Meli alonko wale ba cool tamandila. Youth wing of the UDP walka waleke. Wala nantolu we are different from other youth wings. Wala nantolu you can tell you all the time do because party and tol empower. Ndaba do na UDP la youth wing kono wato men. I was just 22 years old. Wow. Imagine maybe man responsible or something, but he has no capability like GB. Okay, need a chance in Killa if an answer thinking on in Bangkok. Well, I'm an animal for UDP Mukeba Patel in the Kalolanka for Aliam for Tonyante. Because Ninte, as young as I was, about chance never campaign all over the country, not a national executive, not a national congress, a Kate Fenya, then Molka Meba Patil, blah blah blah, will be man kept him and sort of. So definitely in tola party kono funding keli very full play.
嗯哼。
Mm-hmm.
kemo come ya fote nyami definitely United Democratic Party as a political party definitely tandi Gambia non la ko ila UDP as a political party mu funding ke la party ya sa ta nyami ngabola nyama kabin party la kuma so tembola mil be party leadership bi tembola to nyai mu ke balel waro tembola wol fana funding ke and up to date for the executives, United Democratic Party executive or Nyaton Kayakuto, democracy, youth also the Mialanko, they are on the democracy, human rights, and in under 20. These are great achievements, Ninata funding la Carol. Because Namira funding la participation, Nana the Gambian in Gambia political Kenya. Gambia political fund ni anar funding ke la participation ma fo mandra participate kam but coming if ananyanda ka show up nyaming ka join political kono and puru Gambia has a country government or politicians ke la kumomo because ni kasi banda ikasi banda or ikasi get old or you don't care about politics or you don't care about what is going in your country nana political carol sometimes certain decisions, like example, you has a youth leader representing youths, UDP executive, top executive level, itabe executive level, ibe youth so be tembola. Nintol youth kumboda campaign or laptop point out. Example, I always do it with you. Nid laptop na kumodo has a youth laptop kumodo at our executive level. I don't hesitate to call our party leader. No. Or Mira from party leader call or Kamodo call. What I can do is I can reach out to you because it ending the party leader and the executive board Alcatabul killing share, none other ideal, none other Gambia Nyato Tara, none other political Nyato Tara. So definitely it's came Mabra Kumara to show up to join politics.
Yeah. And we are happy to call because Fanamantara saying Dolum Buka share on social media because Walmum Fanana campaign plans and in maneuvering leti. But in Fanamantara saying every day, every week, Madunka Molka Mafinti Lakaji, Balafal and Kanyami. Alanata ke Kunundorom, Fanang Nina funding ke dol ko Ismaila Fadera wol Nata 60 funding ke present party leader Kunu. Kata ni meli along ko bota party dol bije they are non-political affiliates mel nata party kono kilim bije womu PDOIS la youth mobilizer in Lameg kilim bije womu API secretary in Sani constituency so nyulube mu funding kel meli along ko ba lafa kam party kono and inshallah next week fana bena presentation do kel of funding ke dol mel along ko ba bala ko I think ning change of government in 2016 I am funding ke jamale nyaayele ka realize because ne ajibe kafuko have I am not very active in politics on time politician not but mbe felemba kumbola nyawo da ko leata marse kon the reason is because still the past me anko they were not favorable kan nabal di Senegal Senegal ka open water can open waters yele pour Senegal ko le dum for a few scholarships at Sheikh Anta Diop University or Gaston Berg University. Na jafanan ko kodindin ne jota pour Chinese ol fane access to pour na balto. Ñul be mu ko le mel yalan ko bad policy la pass. But nim funding kel o ntolo the average Gambian dunda political kono. We can determine handing man see at the National Assembly, but we can also influence the decisions of our NAMs pour ya kuke anyanta kala nyami. Because ne ajibe ñul be mu ko le me anko na we are more of a reactive people. Gambian ntaka wala from kamba na ning ko keta na fintina na diam. But Ling Mobe is active in politics because, for example, I'm very lucky in Tola National Assembly member. He consults people. Asanture, Honorable Asanture of Bakau, Akamol consult the Nanyanta decision maker at the National Assembly or anything. So, the National Assembly being and it, it has helped us in making decisions that are best for the country. So, but in I find funding killer sort of active in politics. Contest if Lamin Jane, I do more done. Ning Deputy Dol Fana funding kill sort of activity bala. I am sure we will do the best for our country. But because this is a sort of an indirect democratic system. May along come to babble or political science or government a social contract, Nina Dibutel wala sign. Only carte file but no fanan dealer, for a conalta as Pancola Bantabato, also decision will make Toyana. Bari, often Amanda Carte Fire Doronto, handling Carte fighter. We must keep tabs on them, accountability and transparency to make sure but decision make like the National Assembly. It reflects on 12 members steering in that constituency. Fontolu lafta wala le bampuru weke. So wala na important da puru funding kel bege bimba fala ko nyeta yata mba fala do kuman soto because all of these nakira nunko good policies were passed. Ntawolu complain. So it's important for funding kel fana year long isagensa dum political economy. But I'm happy because saying a lot of young people are definitely engaging in politics.
Kemo, you are very right. I think starting from 2016, can be 2020, definitely near Gambia political fana jube. Now, funding. Of course, we still no nyawanyaran faya la fanim busola. You know, of course, we will still encourage all Gambians, you know, regardless, you know, alunga join political kono, you know, nga jeko, you know, nga mfananga goals to memim na Gambia political fanala, you know, Gambia la development of fanala. Nimmandake political ke maya fote nyaming at certain level, it will be very, very difficult. Purum dol kaw fane futa lasta hay futa dami. Dol fananga kudol influence no, dol fananga kudol change no, you know, nimmang dake political to nka mim folem, you know, iman la familiar mara wala be mara, and at the end of the day, you know, ila issues, your concerns, you know, na worries all, you know, nana the youthful the policies that many alan ko lenyen daka tola balu falling na nyantolo, you know, nte put no la for one, but ninga dake political example nga example oti alaja bi tembola ni tasulata fenna United Democratic Party kono, you know, however party executive one in diaspora, but I know go nga funding ke soro nana da funding ke la karo nga lonko it's very simple for me because nga funding ke soro member represent ka, that is Kemo. So I just get to Kemo nga jiko Kemo nga nyina for funding ke la karo na tenin and do la sale ya for party at the executive level, and Kemo will never keep quiet with that, you know. He will make sure na voice I foot anyanda kafuta. So nyina kumayandi ndol Gambia fondikelu na ndabula politiko kono na politic na jube the best policies, party with best policies, you know, and we can assure all of the youths in the Gambia because UDP is the solution. Nana the Gambia fondikela karo nana the fondikela nyato tan alinga jube. We can take good examples of UDP la fondikelu. Kemo is doing good at KMC level. Alabos Mayor Benzuda, you know, who is in his early 30s, you know, he's a youth too. You know, B Tembola, even our oppositions, even other political parties, Mayor Lakuma, you know, they definitely they iboka anything sort of about Talib Ahmed Benzuda, the Lord Mayor. It can mean for he's doing good, he's doing a positiveness. You know, as a mayor, they don't have anything to say, but that's the only thing, and positiveness, and changes who are making as a youth. So, yina atina kumayata funding kelu ye dabula political kono. Yina atina ya kumayata. We are calling all youths in the Gambia to join Nimid the Koma. I'll join United Democratic Party. I'll make sure the party for Ankono. Don't just be a member. Try to follow the policies and programs, you know, of United Democratic Party. Niko United Democratic Party doing it. Don't just stop there. Don't just stop population can move United Democratic Party funding. You know, make follow-ups, make researches. Get to people like him, or get to anybody. Meya Lonko, he is very familiar with the United Democratic Party, the political nana the youthful. Share with them, ask them. Try to engage them. You know, near Fenje. Emang me contact o ye fenje police sol kono o ye ile fa fenka fude get to them, tell them, okay, anybody me yalo go, he's a youth representative for United Democratic Party. After look ndanga nyine mira na police so la karo o ndanga nyina so be milla fala nana na UDP na police so la karo so ipa jela ko at the end of the day you know ita fongola kango ita ila voice you know a futata la nyanta ko tratamento ita fanna londi ngo ila idea has a youth ila idea nana to youth so la tanyatola ya futan la nyanta ko tratamento wala ka kafunyo kan wala then we will have a better policy. But don't just be a party member. Call yourself a youth. It's good. Alhamdulillah. We are welcoming all youth. But engage, try to know your party, try to know your policies. Nyinkumaya battle. You know, Kemo, again, we all know in 20 first regime to second first republic and in second republic, you know, specifically. The last 22 years of Jamela Fenko, I always said this. Gambian Nunto, Jamela era, you know, Gambia funding, like a can make a political on go to rallies, you know, but Jamela eventual attain Macan Square, Mancanilla, or wheresoever, you know. But cabinet changes in 2016. Or let's say during coalition 2016 campaign time, youths like you came and youths like youths from Seattle, I cannot name all of them. Near Motor Konojube, yeah, pictures sold you, videos sold you. In 2016 campaign time, for Nigel Yakata Bank, with a hope could change banana. Come 2016, election after election, they are hoping for Falingo Lebena. Wo Falingo will change the life of the youths in the Gambia. But again, what from 2016, that was 2017 to 2018, 2019, and now we are in 2020, almost to 4 years. Gambia for Nigel Anasaibe Kumboka, Nanata empowerment na Carol, Nanata proper empowerment Carol. Iti Amramuna Mankita from 2016 to now.
I'll start from the beginning. When we talk about youth participation, I think it's clear for everyone Kalonko, UDP would be the next government. So funding especially Meli Alonko, you cannot be outside, miracle party mambetea, so it is that tarlaji. For when UDP is not what
Camera Kemola network column, but he will be back soon. Let me explain. Yeah, Kemo, you are back.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Hello?
Okay.
So Malum Fanam for follow because the network is just crazy at the moment.
Yes, continue, please.
Yeah, I'm coming for regardless of funding, ni ba UDP bam fe man UDP. Nta coming for ni UDP because ni mol belga kacha. Ni ko alman na UDP safin hani bari ibuka fanya no muna tinna iman na party like. So nta coming for if you think there's something wrong with the political party, come on body ya falling. Because it atala no sirim band.
We are sorry, viewers. Network or coming came off my these days, a lot of people are complaining about network in Gambia. But I been for definitely. Kemo, if you are back, you can continue.
Yes. So for the when you even look at the national youth policy, Gambia national youth policy, because at the Kabria release on the UDP youth wing, because it's important it has to be at an with the national view. Amanke ko program UDP funding because as a government in waiting and implement. You realize the policy is talking about unemployment, it's talking about immigration, migration, but we are not looking for homegrown solutions, which is one. We are not also looking at what can we do to try and tackle these problems. When I put problem because I don't find the solutions more of them realistic because you have to look at the root cause. For example, one of the even cross-border migration, but even internal migration from the rural to the urban sites. I meant someone food insecurity, for example. Because saying migration because funding can many assembles so so what can we do is how do we empower the agricultural sector as a political party or a government in waiting? Can make sure not as a government, but funding, but we will not because you know, when you consider with America, only 5% of the population, millionarity. How do we change and how do we make agriculture very attractive and economic value? Funding very, very, very optimistic.
Are you here, Kemo? Are you with me?
Things the hopes were dashed.
Yeah.
So Namira this month Sakunda tell Tadame well and funding kill prioritize. Because Imam funding kill at the it make a priority. So another colleague back for even to pass a policy because first let's say Cabrin seat Kabin Sakunda €1 meant for 1 month of Ninkel Lafodolo. You know, we're not known through the European Union Gambia funding after the change.
Exactly.
You know, meeting and then telephone meeting will attend at the Caraba Hotel, Kumabal Photo Club, saying Mankodo. So, and a lot of other things funding we have really lost hope. Well, even when it comes to the decision making. For example, Ntolbe ajala menkera no National Youth Council. Kabri funding ke kilim bondi je inara ke badu lije. Durame an kanyanta lola pour funding ke la nyaaru tay. Ni mam funding ke je akana problem wala sama. Mafu ko la fakke balla place wala bari fanan la falem funding ke place. Man sakunda fana yoto ntol fanan bulu pour fana yedna ko ke. All of these mu ko le melalan ko e ko lu ko le andi. Walu fanan nata ko le in from 2018 up to date. Was Nigeria from money boto saying what Maka Samen, even in 2016 and in B Salon Alavata. And Ntoloko Udo so it now I farmed Dantang Murum, Kajibe Irafan Kilba Menna. Nata Moneje, covering 2 weeks later or 3 weeks in other funding kill arrest. You know, so for Wolfanamu environmental form conducive for Gambia funding kill thrive, you know, if all empowerment, honey, if all be a Kodokadami, I could call it put a thrive. Until something we make sure for environmental bar conducive la for nim funding kill after business okay. Nim funding kill for Karana, our son Alibu. Yulam quote million ko Gambia funding bari amankeno andum yaje yen constitutional ni meng reject hello wabana ko le abina ko le solve la
address la
constitutional review commission, you know, you are talking about ways in which bankola tamansirol bankola lordla abasone yala you talk about the civil service reform Ahmad Sani lafta menkelano walube mu problem mo de melalon ko man sa ko ngala bateno ni abo ko diama save la pour Gambia aba tinala photo sadu no la do ni 160 waste on this new constitution mem man pass wo mu ko de melalon ko this 116 million was invested in Jahale and Pachar na mole mo lo melalon ko ban na riva Gambia ba use la no Gambia in the next 3-4 years manota import la banko. But these are not priorities, and now hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of employment le generate la. Now you can Khalil Fall of amu young Orange member Senegal le la company sana. Hani sang Hani B Cabrin 2018 la kaitol man process no manatina because of money banko. ñul be mu ko le me ko ay funding kel discourage ni katum ya mi danu man sakunda memba ko so ne yandi le wala na take man sakunda me ya lon ko wala fon ko ko le yandi ndebe ashola men na wala ko UDP ndebe ashola men ni UDP man sakunda nata mba me shola ko alba yella pour funding kel ye ntawuliya fala moy ko ntawuliya fala moy ka foko because immigration is a right. After immigrate, like they have the right to immigrate to any part of the world they want to, based on your requirement. Because banko fana nila own requirement la nila own evaluation. So na kita ko ye also they can engage immigrate no. But in tolsa men for no walam ko isa sino Gambia jang. Ifana ye la kato ya fanam tol fanam be ashola no wala ko we will provide that conducive environment. Nimbota wata fanamba follow funding keleko we will give them a seat at the tables where national decisions will be made. Wo mu promise that inte fon yemendi funding kella. Na ke tan telamba fo modo bari safwe ko iba representative shot lale at the executive. Me alon ko minister kono fondi ala je mele alon ko iba la Gambia funding kelle je na asuna me rambe ajele ko UDP la candidate 50% na number of BM ke da funding kelle. Honorable Suleiman Sa Ode drame World Bank mahanera lemba alaje drame lemba and any more yakuma jete wol you be in kana Gambia funding ke leme an ko be la capability. So that being the case in Papua Mole ko UDP atandi Gambia no lane ko na funding ke ko put at a very high place and priority level. That being said, mfanamba katala bake ko ninna the government we will make sure ko Gambia funding ke lafta mena it will be achievable.
Kemo iya fote nyaming there are a lot of things mili alonko it definitely affect nana funding ke la participation of fangola or la empowerment Gambia kono andung most of the time political la meka ko political ka funding ke batane political nya Kenya Gambia last week I said this here. Ngo kemo ni Gambia political Kenya jube. Ming kuo mi Gambia foni ke dijo patane tulu jamalu patane. It's like ning mas example. The classical example is Jamela time and even Barrow government right now. Ning imu funding keti I joined the political con. Ebe political party talk or ebe political party con and then it had learned to political party con. The existing government, like example right now, molumi along funding kelumi along ko, ya expertise soto ya londo soto ya harmony amakamo soto, nana funding kela tamanya karola. Ani ni molukata many along world government name ko ko man sakunda. Wara it all from has funding kelu it all from it left a palasi to ni wara isulata ka demars. Some changes or to be part of a government doesn't mean ko anyanda ka ke palazzo de mialonko ning itepeje funding ke lunana funding ke la karola you should only support or you should only give attention to mialonko be support example ni mantra NPP kono for NPP lamba for NPP lamba o mantra parola sakulo kono and ni tam funding ke be UDP. Let's even say PDY, what's GMC, GDC, most of the time, kemo aka Gambia fund yikap Gambia fund nikel par du ba ke ka jeko ibuka la nyantolu sotono ibuka at there are certain positions they cannot even be there it apply no la it join no la that's classical example yeah foko we are all aware Minketa National Youth Council NYC in the Gambia ye molu bonde based on political motive exactly that was an open secret Minketa they are either associate them with politicians or they associate them moving or being friends with politicians which is our rights as youth has funding has a youth you can associate yourself with any other group association or a political party or a politician. It is your right, but that should not woman yana ke this stop woman yana ka ila empowerment ni ila nyato tani ila nyamto your rights woman yana tina government ye baliwola kemo if you are with us if you are with us what will you say how is UDP actually prepared kajeko ni nata in power they are how UDP has a waiting government. How are we prepared? Kajiko ni nata in government until we will accommodate all the youths in the Gambia. Nana fonike la karo. It's a UK example. Nitelebe UDP represent at ministry level or at any level or anybody in UDP. Whatever fonike represent. Ning fonike la karo nata. Even about a GDC, about any other group association of how ready are we? Kajiko Ntolu has a UDP government or has a government in which how ready are we to Ntolu mobile accommodate you funding pay and we will make so funding pay la nyanto nila rights okay.
Yeah, so I think Patima inclusive for UDPC Gambia which is one. Namirambe ajele kabring MC Cham GDC the national president kabraba no problem with the security forces. The United Democratic Party youth wing undola doro will take a statement on safe ka foko we are with MC Cham adunko anything men ketala ko toloba defend la.
True.
Najele party leader is the only party leader men kabwala own platform wolto kata party dola platform kata present je najela atara GDC la IC la platform kata anika kacha women tandi wala how inclusive UDP ba nyame and we have to work with everyone me along ko regardless because ndole menje wala ko be lafta Gambia le ta nyato bari lafta Gambia ta nyato silol men na wala fadata nda jele ko UDP lam siloti men sa we will make sure we have an inclusive government. Gambia futata wati leto meya lonko namira ntolle batata patin Gambia jam. So ntolle there is no way meya lonko ntolle as a political party we will victimize other people for their political opinions. Ndem basirinte ndefon ndem borile non tala Senegal even though mudinol nyawnya but na UDP yala tinna woketan. So understand Gambia didn't do it true because of their political opinion because now alone admit nyame ntol dol kotol neneman do ko so Gambia jam because ke nyini ka jumale fati jumale bati UDP baramal dimol neneman do ko government because of those reasons. So Walter Dunna man sakunda yo ke dol na miran tol karantale me antole karamole ke me an ko government experience is the best teacher. UDP members have had 22 years of experience, even 25 years. Because Najila Hanisan, if UDP members all victimized can because of their opinion, Imando go kenola bankoe. And Ndolta Sonna way continue, Ndolta Sonna way because Ntolia live le na lonne how it feels. Ntolka menja walam Gambia and we will work towards making sure ko Gambia lafta meta nyarambole dokula.
Very good, Kemo. UDP as a political party, government in waiting, inshallah. Until we are inclusive means we like a mobile accommodate and inshallah the same trend ni will continue come to government kemoya promisol dija na kemoya tandiko na na fonike la carola they will make sure at certain level at certain position they will move fonike the mala Palasote. There will be nothing like competition or compete. Only for nickel the mal computer. And of course, there will be nothing like nepotism. You have to get the knowledge, you have to work for it. Certain palace marano. So and kemoya for yamin kotegali amoy. Ndol karanta yinkul has a party, I mean. Kemoya, of course, we are all aware, Kemoya here, but we were all aware. This is social media issue. I didn't mind long at that time, but we know in those days, Kemoya voting exactly abewole nyama ni te famu politician o te famu politician o ite la modu politician o kono ila modu ito ani oraita fam certain chances he balls so up to date even be coming out on nyami wo kusi falu mbeje kan ne ko ansai wo kusi falu be tentenka and United Democratic Party into another masakunda inshallah rabbi funding kelu will be our priority because what funding kelu banko bankula samati the future leaders of any nation funding kelu we are the future leaders of that country. The future is in our hand, so we should make sure together with our leaders, together with the leadership, we should make sure we jealously guide them as UDP youth. So the main for UDP funding UDP is the place to be. So Mbalube Kumandil Albe join. Milman join. Milialanko they still don't make a Basirin Kantokan like they call them in English. Mafulaliko Albe join. Welcome to the party. Ia is our UDP youth leader. Welcoming everyone. And of course, and he made clearly. I think more than 50 to 60 youths when they joined up in a potato. And again, there are people, many are they are coming. Every day, UDP funding can join. So let nobody tell you, go UDP man the funding potato. UDP the form the political party in the Gambia funding potato. We are welcoming everyone. And mobile comes to UDP. It is among necessary I am at executive level. Remember executive level. We don't some of the UDP members at executive level. We follow people like it. We put pressure on them. We call them. We disturb them. We make so-called. Now, boys, and this is how it should be. If in government, if a youth is at ministry level, let's say youths and spot, or at certain places within government funding, we will get to them. We will put anything not necessary. We will kindly put it to them. Look, don't have the funding KDA, get a martin and miracle funding policy carning carry, a matter funding or policy carning carry, what if funding together we can make a better Gambia. Together we can make a better, ideal we will have a very good policy. And already you all see that. For UDP policies are not for the these are the things that are affecting youth empowerment. These are the things that are affecting the day-to-day life of youth in the Gambia. Kemo, again, we will look at this. Probably we will let's put it this way. Gambia, Nina Gambia Carola, migration of that is and in fact you said you made it as a European leader, you made it categorically clear. So migration is a human right. For mobile and can migrate from one place to another. And you also talk about internal migration. That is coming more, but let's say more I migrate, I have combo. I settle here whatsoever. What their advantage? We will not get deeply to that. But near Gambia Fanan Karol Jube, Kemo, what people call illegal migration. It is an open secret. Well, I think now when I have, even in Europe here, model debate sort of, or some when have seminar or workshop or attend or conferences within EU members or German as a country, some of their politicians. My view is always go. None of my Canada. This current government, and even come 2021 UDP government, no government should say, ma expect for Nike Nakaro coming in for Nike Nankam Karle Fintita. Because it is an open secret cable. Come, let's put it this way. 2014, 2015, to up to 2016. This 3 years, 2014, 2015, Nitata to this place. There are certain places like Banjul, and they are going to Akades. Banjul, in the heart of Banjul. They are even saying Akades. You understand? And in fact, they are so Ninata migration, illegal migration of Carol. It was an open secret. More to Gambia. And the Aya Jamaican for the You understand? So when Barrow not a power, or let's say the coalition government not in power, many hopes were dashed. Diaspora, Germany, Italy, you can name these countries. Because for 22 years or for 50 years, Jawara time up to, and most of us, and in Fonike Jaman, Fonike La Carola, Fonike Jaman, either Wuluta dictatorship or we are just told we were too class. They would think at 10, 15 years at age, Kabering Jamaica in power. So near Juve is either Bayata dictatorship or Wuluta dictatorship. So near Juve, often Wulu, what I like they don't have the opportunity to be educated. They don't have the opportunity to be empowered. You know, not empowerment generally. So I think current government or any government member now in power should have strategies, should have plans. We are not saying you should stop migration. Like here for Yemen, it is a human right. But Barrow government, then Ntela view is or Molla view is they neglected Gambians. We are not saying you can give them money. We are not saying Gambia government can support them financially. We are not saying Gambia government can give them documents in the countries that they are living. But Kemo, you have certain policies and plans, strategies that you can help the Gambians, Milialonko, Yenyim Banko Bula, Yela Gambia Banko Bula, Kolea Tumola. So as a political party, do you think we should also try to think about ways and means how we can help these Gambians? Milialonko, Ye Gambia Bula Barima Bule Saola, and Fana Ani Atra Bule Saola, because of there are reasons, you know, beyond if they are controlling and they are living in this country. They are part of the youth scheme. So how can we try to reintegrate them? How can we try to, you know, show to them that, look, as a government, as a political party, we have interest to share possible ways and means Kalmakwe. I'm not hearing you.
Is mute.
Hearing you now.
Okay, Iwa Moikan is saying, huh?
Yes.
So I think every government yanta kataya what is the root cause of every problem. Katung nima na molu kata itela problem or solve la no. And most of the problem or reason me adi na molu kata kabo Gambia wala economic reasons Latin because of economic hardship. What more political reason financiata because of the political climate member banko kambari. In the beginning, Ntolia Bantala Bankol Jela as our 8th region. The UDP political party sees the diaspora or Europe or Gambian or Badauda as the 8th region. The Gambian diaspora is important to us as a political party because they make up 22% of the country's GDP. What the Royatan important they are because near 22% $1 GDP, the country is going into meltdown. Economic meltdown. In fact, it's already melting down, but it about affect more. So for one of the things that the UDP can promise the diaspora and the governments living abroad is until we will give them a representative. Mayalonko will be there for their own but what is important for Nawalanko, nani illegal migrants or Melbourne, Europe, and not just Europe, but even in Asia. Come by make sure respect. Well, now we have important that Bankolia embassy strongly also running consulate strongly also done everywhere in the world. May along kabila mulla kola abalu mulla kola nyantola. Aketa nyaonya hanna kita American wala Gambia jang. Nila moba in detention at mile 2. The American embassy can make sure ko asula da fama fenna soto.
Perfect.
Why can't we do that for our own people? Mele along ko they are in detention camps and also there iba kudolto iba batako na bankudol kan. And secondly ko ntema mira ko ntolla government sol nyanda kala government mele along ko fo wala banton namol force la pour yemuruna. I think forceful repatriation as a people nyantaji bela ko na make sure ko wakana ke kudi me alon ko as a government will play a part in. Most of the time government no they have little influence because of ila makwero beka bonim banko leto. But if an dignity fana yetare fana namoli, I think that's also a very important. Ndesa mentandi no ni nanem besol la walem ko ntolla man sakunda we because ndafo men kadi ndafo badi nyamal le so melta through the back way.
I know
Those make but the most important thing is ko regardless of body or not but be gambe non let and is important for walana we are happy ko we have a functional diaspora chapter in all of these countries because atol irim patiye je ka make sure ko ning nanim mol sultam and ida fo wado go kendela when it comes to naning na boysul la ko la ibaloriye. For us it's also great to know ko UDP la mol be janne meli alon ko ibaloring na boysul ye meli alon ko they are illegal migrants. But what I can definitely assure these people is ko we know them, we value them, and the UDP government will make sure ko na keda kona fanya in the beginning migration manyan na kila kuti me alon ko monyan da fala ko because it's like it should be a right for more migrant if you have all of your things in order.
Yeah.
But if it gets to a point where kita koleati UDP man sakunda ba katala ko situation o me na wale bondi jang ma make sure ko situation sifa akana dol bondi jang bari ntolta fala no moy fana ko kana migrate andunte ma mira banku sitan no je fa men sa fo moy ko kana migrate bari fana as a government is ko ka make sure ko na mulka bata men soto jang because nyaaji be boys je jella migrate melan ko be they are playing football true. In other places na kena non control la Ministry of Youth and Sport ye good links so the Senegal la Ministry links also with all of these academies at a necessary la punna boys so later back with
absolutely
because in their conducive environment teams so le naja ye scout ye some for example they want to have economic reasons Latin but na kita nunko niajibe let's say if Gambia environment was conducive government form man corrupt malan ko itita place also ibe over tax labor call kelela boy sol ka make 100,000 or 150,000 pour que futandi Europe ni 100,000 ya invest young ning na kita nunko the environment was conducive quando atanesara la purieta because nda business o nalo na akoliata nyame pour Gambia wala nante ni ko mole bare ko isa tano ya invest janka fo en amanke kilingoti because environment has to be conducive. We cannot this situation was important. What at that certain period of time when I carry banko kono bin tol fele jamel wa siri mbafala ko banko ko leada sakan ntolum tolle melba do ko mel yalan ko at least ko fi siata ntol la karola imagine mel man tara do ko imagine mel yalan ko ba siri ne man tara fenna amanke ko they are lazy but hamole ke momo bata Gambia jang atatam bakwela amange ko just ala fatala but hamola ka samba because mota jela a difficult nyame pour ka cross yete fambulo kono wata imam fentu ko mon men ko leata wati andum tol as a social democratic government tol la nyanto ba tol la do la ba kelamenti wala ko ka make sure ko tol la social services nyanta kala top notch let aketa education tiba aketa health tiba aketa agriculture and feeding tiba aketa defense tiba and protection of life and property at least this la man sakunda kala man sakunda abadi la Gambia at least adiba bala Gambia isa fu ntala adiata telephone pour nata bari bata wa mambondija these are very important things but if an men important afana wala ko na sa meltata na representative Panta Melialan ko be represent la well can make sure ko they will not be abused can make sure ko they will not be violated and in la fundamental human right where deal ndo tabangu force la kafu ko ha alina mol mutajam by force but mba make sure la fanan ko na mol ba dawoda ani la process o ba kala nyaawo nya UDP la Ministry of Foreign Affairs ba make sure la ko Gambians will be represented to the letter and in can make sure ko the rights they have will be given to them.
Very good. Kemoya for the nyaming just to add a little bit definitely having represent nana of Gambia for Nikilu Milbe Banta. We like people like me, I am part and puzzle of it. not a illegal bagway. People will call us bagway boys, you know, or illegal migrants or whatsoever. To the other most sabo, you know. But ning anata to nyala karola ngamira ming se mako, you know. Gambia no lumil be panta, you know. The Gambians no lumil yang for the asylum system or kono. For the Italy, for the Germany, for the Spain, for the Holland, for the Switzerland. What is important here is a good representation, you know, a good representative, a good ambassador, a good, you know, counselor. Near also, you know, then where are you going to focus on? That is policies and programs for these milbal representatives. So, but Mingia Balafa warranty, you know, and came to let you know this or to let our viewers know this. Near you be Central European like Germany, Italy, you know, most of these countries here, among Fegosoto, among Council of Kosoto, we have honor. So they have so-called honorary councillors. You know, so what so-called honorary councillors is like most of them, sometimes they don't even we the Gambians, you know, some of us think that na honorary councillors to the German, you know, is a German and the Masakunda Baju Kaman Product. I can challenge any government official, foreign affairs, they know this. A mantra will joke officially. So these are private German, Italian, or European citizens. Me alone, due to their previous connections or business connection within Gambia or with Gambia, you know, so they title data, you know, has honorary councillors and then certain things, you know, our foreign affairs or our our embassy at Brussels, new letter get in touch to be able to ask them ask them a favor or kind of look, I'll need to investigate. But most of these so-called honorary councillors, function professional, you know. So in example, Italy, I know those ones. There are about 4. Germany. When you go to Italy, also the same thing. You know, it's not one. So you know, so near Fansum Juve, you know, Anila daily life. Sometimes, you know, a book of time and the space so Kuruka Gambian will attain at certain level. Because remember, what we should put in consideration is Gambian will be away. Most of us are asylum seekers. So Nina asylum procedure, asylum pool, no problem here and there you have a lot of issues within it. So you know and your government is our government are not paying them. You know, so malong agreement but what these people need a meeting also, or you went to their some of them don't even have proper offices. You know, you went to their home or you tried to get some connections with them. They will clearly tell you and then you can blame them at a certain level. They can do only it's a so United Democratic Party Nintol Nara Manzakunda, we will make sure now foreign affairs will the proper plans and mechanisms so that let's say German, they will have a place whereby it's a lodge, complaints on lodge, and they will have someone or a group of people, officials, they will make certain follow-ups. Gambia no kafajan. Gambia no katra problem in Gambia, their embassy or consular will go to even at that level, high level, prison or condition or but at certain level, the foreign affairs or our ministry, foreign affairs, should even know. Gambia statistically, Gambian jellebe jam prison or Mundali less some prison or Gambian like sometimes Ike call as an individual, like me. They will call you as an individual. You know, and you know, so and in fact, sometimes you have a very limited whatsoever because you are nobody. You are just Yaya, or you are just Cable, or you are just whosoever. So ikaje ko pour kan mako ro fo doldi is difficult so mi kumayata pour kan system mo fale fanata integration of Gambians la be away bang fanata ka Gambian no mako Gambian fondikil mako deportation of Cameroon of course deportation of an at certain level banko la nyantole like Gambia kamol deport other countries like German at a certain level la nyantole but there is a way there should be a mechanism there should be a proper way. Our government, UDP government, will not just be a government whereby people are playing up on without a proper follow-up. No, what a killer. Because killer is you will have more represent definitely they will understand their job, they will understand the role of their office, they will give the rights of Gambians, they will make sure Gambian or la nyanto I protect at all levels. So nyina kumaya so be minta de la fonnikel specifically milbe diaspora kemo Gambian or milbe diaspora is too much. I can tell you this, you know, Gambian or milbe Germany, Italy, we are more than 100,000. Gambia dingo milbe Germany and Italy statistically, you know, EU statistically Gambia dingo milbe Germany and Italy, we are more than 100,000. You know, so neo juve, you know, when Gambia dingo, you know, neo juve, you know, that's a huge number. Yet other countries, it's the same thing. So I think it is right time the Gambia government or our governments try to put plans. So already UDP always will lead, you know, and by example. Chapter even in other political career, when you come to Central you have gas chapter, you know, gas chapter we are representing Germany. Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and Holland. These 4 countries. Okay, the chapter is like kind of we have, you know, a proper way, a very good leadership under the leadership of Mahfoud Cham and in Saddam Sanyang, you know, Amin and others, all the executives. So these are other countries like Finland. You have Bob Toole and others. You go to Spain also. So UDP, we always lead by example. And then neither in the UDP La Carola, we are very well organized. We are well organized. All these chapters, they are functioning as a kind of a shadow government. Example, in Germany, anytime something happens, you will see that under the leadership of Mahfoud Cham, he will go or he will assign someone, you know, regardless of that Gambian individual, problem or accidents or regardless of our party, we don't even ask. We are not interested to know UDP. What is important for us is even Malongo government of Barna named as a Gambia. Mahfoud Cham will go or will assign someone to look after that case, follow up. So this is how we will behave. The UDP in government. So ila kachalu kuma ba jadi ke bula what nse min fanan jube ko take nin anata ninko Gambia funding again. Gambia is not only KMC, Gambia is not only NORPA, you know, and ninko Gambia funding, you know, alu be muneke kan region dolto because these are the regional do funding be jere ni ala ko they are going to voltata daral leto voltata madrasa leto voltata arabic school leto me yala ko wol mang ni tubabu karam but funding they are youth. So UDP, you know, UDP has a waiting government, inshallah, come 2021. Don't be again on a region, other regions, you know, because you are a youth leader, and we have UDP youth wings, we have under 20 region to UDP. Nara funding la carol. Alpamunek, amumira le balbulu. UDP la carol. Plan sifa le balbulu. Kajiko na plans na strategies. You know, I decentralize. Okay.
Yeah, Tolu, laugh for them for our unfortunately, Linda Melano back because nkona commitment do less so I probably
no problem. This can be our last.
Yeah. But what I just want to say is, Tolu, we believe so much in inclusion. Ko hani naja le nalam na mere aja ko kabrimban na coronavirus video de dakan. Hani sign language, one of the languages that in a meng.
Very good.
Na make a video to Toluba jela ko ninna man sakunda the sign language will become a national language, which is one. Inshallah. Secondly, fanang Tolu ya lonne ko Gambian. I think kabrin ninsia unfortunately constitution on pass but kabrin ninsia sila consultation on one of our deliberations the educational sector Arabic sector fana nyanta formulate la support ko English sector ba support nyami I think it's important ko kana nyina ya fana nakatu karantal financier gambe hanna manke formal Arabic schools but karantal bi jan hansa me alon ko dindungol bitaketo but what support are they getting just few weeks ago na consultation on any Arabic school ko mbamma ko ro fana ndani la jam because Arabic school teachers will jamabi je karantal to indulal to wala ka jole ila dindungol ka men jo monthly if ananke la jobo wolto but kabrin coronavirus starta waluman na wokeno because say buga jo so over 7 months e ba searing without job so nim mom so nyulbe ko le me ankon na patila mol ni nyulu kacha ko wala we understand ko dindin funding bi jale melan ko man karang man takra mo wala me chole karang how do you support those people wal mu ko kilene de me ankon ko ma hakelo to kanje na understand ko dol bi je manta English formal education ki wala karantal leke how do you support these people now understand ko dol bije wala Arabic formal education leke Gambia koleatale andon na policies are so backward melonko hanna get ko itata Arabic formal Arabic school ibuka go ko so Gambia government because some of it is in English womukulati melonko I think it's more of a cultural problem melonko mbale because ndaka mem for mole we must build a Gambian identity melonko it will be very far from the colonial identity because colonial identity was now well sort of sign. But how do we build a Gambian identity? Me along ko Gambian or Nico Gambian or Contam Gambian they can relate to that. Until what we want to do is we must be able to open up avenues. For example, Niaji be jang Combo South, for example, wala bale la ngela resource. How do we institutionalize ila fisheries sector? For Combo South, it will be able to feed the whole of the Gambia. Nina don't learning Combo Jamma from the Bakaunin the western side of Combo. I can realize ko ntola tourism wale ntola bread basket. Tourism like Semboso. How do you formulate tourism me along carbon in Bankol ma tanyato? Nina ta for example Basse. The cotton ginnery banum Basse, ni sol siara in coal. How do you make dairy becomes the biggest economic pooler in that area? CRR fan the same. Yeah, you come you talk about rice production in Osifan. Until after na banko move la to anuna education, but it all comes down to our educational sector. We want to move our educational sector from being from producing job seekers to producing job or employment generators. And we must teach our children outside the four corners of the classroom. Because before Europe, and they had to go through the Industrial Revolution.
Exactly.
Industrial Revolution. Liverpool, or Manchester, or for example, even let's talk about Wolfsburg in Germany. The mechanical engineering lab Volkswagen all that.
Exactly.
So what is best suitable for you yake? If we do not do this, because honey regardless ko membang kilindi nyawnya, but it may work tabakau, what I work la banjun, because the problem of monkey kilomati. This the geography ni mange kilomati. So this is what we will do. We must have a round table. And funding UDP will give you the position. If you decision will make it for you. Because lacked. But if we can change our educational system, and I can assure you, na committee, especially in the educational committee, along for platform, but in the more sort of world. Manko Gambia karango namira walu momenta mi wala karango to Gambia jang. You know, so whatever sitting in the committee, they have served internationally all over the world, and to be another Cameroon and kaji ko UDP masakunda si. Walu ba mem plan ka walem ko na educational sector because be nyaji be Rwanda after dame. Ila educational sector improved. Yemenke walem ko ka make sure ko iba STEM killer one of the pillars of education and we back fana local languages. Nyaji be Ghana wal in the first primary from nursery school for primary 4. Ikela didn't all be karandi ila local languages because it is easier for the no karang I count me moy. Na karanda auto is the understanding kanang kasone ol nyama. Bari ni depend la doron tubabo le count mentu janin kudul. Aba kole alam bulu bake because more be taw count mo la no. More be mankara. So walati na for hanni ko that university degree ko nyinte I have been a big fan of it. I wasn't happy with that clause in the constitution because Nikoba university degree kila requirement for puru residency. University education Gambia. Telephone American fund sponsor a colliat and telephone bull hanin dol hansa areas or banama UTD jono.
Sure.
So Omukul the mango sang what about for the no member the Sari Sibo be member the Bases URR Sari Sibo. For what I can Gambia president because Woma university education
yeah.
So we are disenfranchising a lot of people. Many along who they can give back to their country. So for accessible to those people. Ni matters na dila le matter then problem but at this moment we must look at our educational sector an all-inclusive educational sector. Madrasa the madrasas are left out. The majlis are left out, Karantal are left out, vocational skills are left out, and they must be paramount in our educational sector. Gambia jam mokata mecho karanending among school lenu, and amanya na kela wanyama more nyanta vocation nyanta karanale or skills nyanta or mecho nyanta karanale the same way molka si classo kon nyame ika English ni mathematics kara. So unless na bankoe or flow put at the same pedestal. About difficult la back puru na mo detani. Wow.
Kemo, this is ila kachalo ila and ikakul explain yamin. You know, I think this is what milu bayalongo when we talk about UDP kafo ibugay police. So ali amole kemo kanyi explain in education na Carola. Yeah, how prepared are we as a political party? In fact, in a structural sort of they are working. You know, behind the scene, they are working to put on certain things, certain strategies and plans. You know, you know, so definitely, UDP came up beating every policy jamale focam moli molma bomil kalamta. You know, nana UDP policy zone regarding youth. Definitely came out. This is content case to be. But finally, before Nebula data. We all know 2021 electional inshallah Gambia what 2021 electional means people have to go and vote and voting that process, you know, for Ninkelu, you know, when we said they form about 60% of our population, you know, for Ninkelu ikumaya bata karte fayola Carola but just to give this a little bit a brief explanation. Niyef Gambia for Nikel for Jamajube. Voters Jamalube kono kartete bulu. Wara ninka voters card be bulu. Padang imano fama belare tani. First of all, they need to really look. We need to look after that. For voters card be bulu leba. Na be bulu pasana. Bari Jamal fana be kono for Nikel because mbe wada Gambia ke mbe ke wada Gambia. At certain level, due to certain circumstances. You know, ikaji ko fonni kelu fana ila $200 sendi o min katare jifo kono or $150 sendi o min katare jifo kono fonni kelu sabu janin kata ID card ni ho janin kata ngata voting card ni birth certificate ni, you know, birth certificate and ID card, which is a process that you need to pay a little bit amount of money. My concern is, you know, ita amela nyanta ka fonni kel encourage because Europe family level. You know, what are your rights? They try to explain to you. They try to tell you, look, this is important. You know, you think that more sensitized. But don't at certain level that is lacking in our country. Funding get us Jamalu Ben Konoka design, not or not documentary, you know, put citation. Don't be for Jenica passport for a time of Wena. Oh, yes, Sula Kulami and we need a passport. Oh, don't they don't even know where their birth certificates are. So, and you know, some of them at the village level, maybe they might not be even updated regarding birth certificate, passport, registration. So what will you tell Gambian youth? What will you tell our youth? They are just fresh 17 years, soon they will be 18. They are already 18. They are 20, 19. They are important people. What will you tell them? Lastly, what will you tell them? It's important for 18 years. They are about to have 18. They are 19, 20. How is it important for you to a cartenian? Putting you later, Bankuru Kaito Yini. Puru is a pareno Kaito. Kemo. Lastly.
I think it's important. Najila 2016 election or work at Hale for Ninkele campaign, okay, but Karte Failunata, Mojamaman Karte Soto. But I Mobe Nyayel tell saying na jele member caring. But still, funds are your mind. I think another point which is important is for them for Namedan dollar competitors have put in a fear na molo konoko nima ID card soto ita karte soto la ID card da kolera banda kato mo demand la menna birth certificate ni soto isa karte soto no ni passport isa karte soto no and birth certificate muna mera $12 sila mbamalo $13 or less than 20. So womu kulti me alon ko na more financial look into it. Nte just last time na mo 100 le mako birth certificate soto la bakau because it's easy, it's cheap. Womu kulti finance menkeno and birth certificate isa wo fana nyini no ya di mo la prata ID card nyino la. But what is important is ko na understand na decision because nte amera nyimbe kake because mbuka understand the na action solka consequential mel soto. Because the consequences are the way it will sembo sort than the action found because neither man part in the selection of your leaders. What will problem or kanani problem on that kanani misa andung manya na sonna wala saying Gambian funding killing fananyanta lola ka make sure ko nina momo put in the position me hanna kira usen dabalet na ke position or ama ko ke lafta menke nzafmendi no nzafa ko ntolle carte faye after me and nake market sam modoso I prime sekunda samba ndol lafta Gambia funding kele futa that position la to yalon ko we will be franchised manna lua manna nyanto lonna malonna ko ndol fana la ba janni andung I think at some point santem futa kanjela but there's still more to be done and for mentaka for the role I am very confident and na hope sort of this 2021 aba falina lata ko funding kele ba make sure la ko Gambia no lukama ba jangayala ba make sure la ko lafta change man na meta lafla change man na aba kala na diata alay so mba mobe tentu lamba lanka wato nyanta kudo tananta mandela dimaso lam so ala
yakata kemo ro baraka bake kontanda being yes and inshallah be continue la kajinke because ndolu be lata kinela so be bula dron it is sita but I will tell you content baba I'm very sure UDP TV and media the crew they are all happy to have you the whole Gambia as a nation youth so content ngala executive board content ye UDP policies will try to water them down to our level. Definitely thank you very much for having you here. Till next time. So okay, my viewers make a mobile young side Kemo, thank you. Kemo and being amele Kemo info. So make a mobile young for watching then continue demanding to bring some analysis to try to analyze some of the things ning Kemo melu kachaja. Coming ning nata UDP na Carola drunk. All what we want is mantra apulami alonko we are mantara fen fo kam masro kam mi be fo jang yin be mu bullet mi yalan ko isofta yin be mu bullet mi yalan ko yellen Gambia la nyaato tati because Gambia la fondike la nyaato ta wala Gambia la nyaato tati Gambia fondike la development wala Gambia la development so absolutely kemo alia moile aya sata I be explain some of the things and you just demanding it inshallah benaja ne week Nimmo Kuto, or Ninkemo, or whosoever, we will be bringing people. Inshallah, we will even bring the party leader. Because I some have some things that regarding Gambians with the diaspora, our position, and he was in government, and he was in one time the foreign minister of the Gambia. Inshallah, actually, outside, you have some doubts, some questions, and whatsoever. Our party leader is ever ready to explain, to kindly explain to you people, our position, our particular position, our experience, with things that he went through. He is very open to that, and inshallah, he will do that. We will inform you when and at what time this thing will be. Inshallah, we will plan for it. It's like, it's important as a government, as politicians, as a political party, your plans and your plans also for youths. Youths empowerment should be your priority. Youth will go when you're not follow the plan for neither feel banco Italian, neither feel political party Italian. Wala in the United Democratic Party, nana funding la carola, ya lake unaka. Nana funding la carola, ya jeleko, it is a must fire kedro. And inshallah, over sometime last year, I had a conversation, one conversation also with Rwanda ambassador member in Berlin, Rwanda ambassador member, now a few hour conversation, better platform those to a kind of a seminar. So so after the meeting, I was kind of asking him, Rwanda is an example in Europe, in Africa. Rwanda Africa Jamalu Beji, Africa Jamalu Beji, Ketuleta has a sample in development of Karwa. So what are some of the things how I could succeed on Yadi? But I do for you, Mr. Sanko, yes, the first thing that a government, a concerned government, now for development, you should need that priority. Kabirin Polgami, Kabirana in power, Kabira Sita. First of all, some of the policies are jubilant. How are the funding involved in Nyadile? This was what Rwanda Masakunda been spoken. So, they really try to make sure United Democratic Party funding, sorry, I am mixed up. They make sure Rwanda funding prioritize. They make sure Rwanda funding your plans also they will not be left behind. They make sure sensitization of it. Katandi funding lako. Nyimala bankola. Nyimbankola nyatocha. They make sure Ninku kuranding nan o banko Rwanda funding dabeje. Because human resources be funding in a population. Funding should be a priority. So Gambia, United Democratic Party, has a government in waiting. That's what we are copying the same style. That's why in a democracy wings, democratic group also, under 20 youth group also, we have student wings, we have, even women's wing. So how prepared United Democratic Party under the leadership of His Excellency Lawyer Osenu Numukunda Dabo, how prepared we are. And we will make sure some of us as youth, very young youth, UDP, we will always pose it ahead. For funding outside for migration, internal, external migration, for anything that we are reading, anything that we have as a knowledge, empowerment, we are posing it, we are sending it to them, we are engaging them with it, and inshallah we will continue doing this. So Malube Kumandila try to join the right party. And which party is this? That is United Democratic Party. You all are welcome to UDP. Our doors are open. Donald has a party, our doors are open. So because this is UDP TV and Media is a big platform, and of course some of our members are probably getting ready for some programs. So and inshallah we will get back to you every Sunday. I'm very, very sorry today we are late. So due to certain things beyond my control, I came late. But otherwise, it's start German time, European German time, 12 p.m. But inshallah, next week, benale la koteke, be most manale jak mi alonko another kachasotola nanata UDP or Gambia funding ke la karo. It is your program, Youth Dialogue, with your moderator Yahya Sonko, UDP Gas Chapter PRO. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Thanks to every UDP TV and Media member.